It's Halloween night and I'm at a house party I didn't want to come to. I said yes when my friend Jade insisted, but now I'm wishing I stayed home. The music thumps through my chest and the orange jack-o'-lantern lights cast jagged shadows on the walls. Everyone is laughing in the living room, costumes bobbing in the half-darkness. The air smells like cheap candy and something sour I can't place. I keep telling myself it's just nerves, but something feels off. I'll relax once I find Jade, but the knot in my stomach won't loosen. Finally I spot Jade by the punch bowl, wearing a cat ear headband. She turns and waves, and relief washes through me as I walk over. "Hey," she calls out, voice a bit too high. "You made it." I force a smile. "Wouldn't miss it," I say. "Where have you been?" Jade frowns at my question. "I've been here the whole time, silly." "Everyone's in the living room," she says. A strange chill sinks into my stomach as I reply, "Everyone?" She leads me under dim string lights into a throng of costumed strangers. Most of the crowd has gathered around a flickering jack-o'-lantern on the coffee table, whispering and laughing quietly. A tall guy in a gorilla costume does a silly dance nearby, and a girl in a red witch hat waves her broom for laughs. For an instant, a figure in a black hoodie locks eyes with me from the corner of the room. I hold my breath, convinced they were about to move, but when I blink, no one is there. Jade just stands next to me looking worried. A girl in a clown mask catches my eye. She's standing at the edge of the circle, staring right at me, even though her mask is painted into a permanent grin. For a moment I hesitate, feeling like I shouldn't have made eye contact. Her empty eyes seem to follow me and goosebumps rise on my arms. I snap my head away and bump into someone. I mutter an apology, but it sounds strangely hollow. A sudden crackle of static runs through the speakers and the music stops. For a moment there is silence in the room and I feel eyes on me. I look around and realize one person has frozen mid-laugh, their jaw hanging open in a fixed grin. The lights flicker hard, once, twice, then steady. The DJ, half hidden in the shadows by the speakers, removes his headphones and grins widely. "Happy Halloween, everyone," he announces into the microphone, but his voice sounds distant and muffled, like it's coming from the other side of a thick wall. I walk to the kitchen to grab a soda, needing time to steady my breath. The hallway feels longer than it should, lit by a single dim orange bulb shaped like a pumpkin. On the wall I pass a large mirror in an old black frame. For a second I think I see someone standing just behind me, but when I turn there's only the hallway stretching back, empty and bathed in dull light. I must be imagining things. I reach the kitchen and it's dark except for the faint flicker of the refrigerator light. I grab a soda from the counter and some ice. The fridge door swings shut slowly, sounding like a small heart dropping. I turn back to the doorway and suddenly realize everyone is watching me. I feel their eyes burning into my back like hot coals, every hair on my neck standing on end. They stand in a semicircle at the entrance, faces expressionless under the flickering light. Jade is there too, leaning on Leo and staring straight at me. I call out to her, but a sudden pain flares in my chest and a ringing buzzes in my ears. When I blink again, the kitchen light is off and the hallway is pitch black. Someone sighs behind me, low and soft, and I almost drop my soda. The other's eyes glow in the darkness, like distant candles. I scramble to my feet, heart in my throat, as the kitchen light sputters back on. But everyone is gone, vanished as if they were never there. I stumble to the sink and splash cold water on my face. My reflection looks back pale, eyes wide. I swipe at my eyelids. They feel heavy, as if something is pressing down on my skull. I pinch myself hard. I feel pain, so I know I'm awake. On the edge of the sink sits a small doll with lipstick painted on its face and one leg snapped off. It's staring at me. I swear I see its painted smile twitch. My hands still shaking, I step away from the sink and out of the kitchen. The hallway is back to dim orange light and the distant party noise filters in, muffled as if coming through water. At the end of the hall is the front door. Relief surges through me. I don't care if it's locked. If nothing else, at least I can see outside. I run, but the lights dim and my shadow stretches tall behind me. I reach the door and try the doorknob, but it won't budge. I twist it hard as panic rises in my chest. Behind me, I hear slow footsteps in the hallway. They stop just behind my shoulder. I spin around and in the window's reflection I see someone. A person stands just behind me, barely visible in the dim light. They wear a black hooded robe, their face hidden. One arm is reaching toward me. My heart hammers so loud I can barely hear myself breathe. I step back hard and bump into the stairs. The footsteps resume, coming closer, closer. The figure stands just out of sight behind me, waiting as if savoring the moment. I slide down onto the floor, not knowing how long I've been yelling or even sitting. My back is pressed against the cold wall as I struggle to catch my breath. All is quiet except the distant bass line still throbbing through the walls. My fingers tremble, my lungs burn with panic. What is happening? Is this real? I whisper, but no one answers. Every sense feels distorted, as if I'm caught halfway between dreams and waking. The world seems to have lost its edges. The house feels wrong, like gravity has let go a little. I rub my chest, but something deep inside still hurts. The room feels like it's breathing around me, the walls pulsing slowly in and out. My vision floats in and out of focus. I try to stand and reach for the soda cup I dropped, but it's not there, only the doll lies at my side. My knees give out, I slump fully onto the cold wooden floor. The party noise is gone. Silence. I realize I'm completely alone here, not a single person around. Just outside beyond the door, I hear it faintly, the wail of a siren. A red flash of light flickers on the ceiling as if something outside is flashing. There's a distant voice, muffled, calling my name. My breath catches in my throat as I strain to hear more. Sam? I shout into the emptiness. Silence answers. Distant, empty silence. I press my face to the door's cool surface. Rain streaks down the outside pane. My own reflection is distorted and hazy in the rain-soaked glass. My vision blurs. I slide to the floor next to the door, feeling the volume of sound diminish. Every sound out there merges into a monotone hum as I focus on my pounding pulse. The hallway light above me hums, one bulb finally burning out with a soft pop. The silence that follows is heavy, thick in the ears. Images begin to flash in my mind like a slideshow. I feel as though I'm trapped in a waking nightmare. A crash. A car flips on its roof. Glass shattering. The sound rattles my skull as everything seems to happen in slow motion. A scream. I realize it's mine, echoing in the darkness. I'm in that car alone. My body goes limp, and my thoughts are a whirl of panic and confusion. My head throbs. The crush of metal. The pain. The world goes black. Blinking and dizzy, I find myself on a hard floor, arms pinned by straps, the world upside down. It's not the hallway at all. Above me is a fluorescent light instead of a blinking pumpkin. A woman in a white jacket leans over with worried eyes. He's coming too, she says urgently. My breath comes in sharp gasps that I can't control. Two people in uniforms tug at a blanket around me. A gurney appears at the foot of what I realize is a hospital bed. The siren thumps right outside a glass wall. What happened? Where am I? I croak. My mouth tastes like copper in fear. The nurse kneels beside me and squeezes my hand. Easy, she says. You were in an accident, that's all. You were found down the street. You're on your way to the emergency room. You're safe now. My mind is spinning. Accident? Down the street? I try to make sense of it all, but nothing adds up, churning fear inside me. Suddenly I remember the party, Jade's face, the doll on the sink, Leo's grin. My reality feels fractured into pieces I can't put back together. The party? I manage. They exchange worried looks. What party? The doctor asks gently. I see my heart rate spike on the monitor. I was at a Halloween party, I whisper. They avoid meeting my eyes and the monitors keep beeping beside me. The doctor and nurse share a sad glance. The doctor quietly says, Buddy, you were found unconscious on East Street. You didn't go to any party tonight. A weak shudder runs through me as everything goes black again.